Welcome to Spotlight with Shonda Scott. Today, as part of our alumni edition, we have one of the great alumni that many people know, Darrel Carey, who graduated from Castlemont High School in the Oakland Unified School District and is now is chair of the East Bay Small Business Council that does a lot of advocacy work for small businesses and local businesses in Oakland. Welcome, Darrel. Finally got you to sit down on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You know, you're usually out at the city council meetings late night, so we can't get you in studio during the day because you're always fighting the good fight.
I'm trying to, as I'm getting older, I'm starting to rest more.
Oh, okay. So that's how we're able to get you. Yeah. You're a legend in this town, though, for some of the local business programs at the school district and just staying on agencies like BART in the city to ensure that small businesses get a fair piece of all the billions that are being spent in this area.
Yeah. Well,
So, you can tell us about Castlemont, and then after that, I want to hear what made you start the East Bay Small Business Council. So just tell us about your life at Castlemont and beyond.
Well, seeing that my father went to Castlemont, and he played basketball for Castlemont, and so my brother went to Castlemont. Well, we all went to Castlemont.
Wow.
Let me just say
You got
that.
a family history there.
Family history, and when I was there, it was like Mr. Winston Williams was the principal, and then Miss Linnell Jennings, who came by way of Bret Hart. And so I found Castlemont to be an exciting time. I thought it was fun. I heard the horror stories, but to me, it was a unique place. It was a unique place. I enjoyed it.
So tell us about the East Bay Small Business Council. How did you get into that? I mean, at the advocacy, and what made you start the organization some years ago?
Yeah. Well, I was working with a good friend of mine. His name is Tom Chasm. Big guy, but you know, he's a Republican and everything. But for some reason, we mailed, and he understood about hiring local people. So he operated a company called Urban Recycling Solutions. And he said, you know, we need something, Darrel, that's going to advocate for small businesses. He was like, because the city is always giving me this and giving me that, you know, all this trouble. And so he and I set up together, and I came up with East Bay Small Business Council. We need something that's going to advocate for small businesses. And
how many years ago was that?
That was 12 years ago.
Wow.
That was 12 years ago. I mean, I've worked for the city of Oakland. I've worked for PG&E. I've had some great opportunities and met some great people up the state of California. Worked there and did advanced work for Gray Davis and everybody. But doing this, you know, organizing is where I come from. You know, being that I started out at OCL, Oakland Community Organizations, and we created and fought for one of the first charter schools, you know.
Well, your advocacy work has been effective too at the school district because of your group saying that this money that's being voter approved needs to be staying in Oakland. The district actually has now a local business policy that at the time 90% was going outside, over 90%, and now 50% is staying in.
Well, I just got to snooping around and I found out that 94% of the voter approved money, not the ADA money, the average daily attendance money, but the money that you said yes, and everyone in your on your team who owns a home and pays sales taxes, that money was going outside of Oakland, and they said yes. You know, you can have project labor agreements, you can have all that, but if Oakland people aren't working, but you know, something's wrong. Something's wrong. When, you know, we sit here and we see elevated amounts of crime, we see elevated amounts of all of these things that are draining our city.
Right.
And the first step to a solution is ensuring that someone has a job.
Well, we want to thank you for graduating from Oakland Public Schools and caring about Oakland to come back and still be committed to seeing what's best for this community and the residents of Oakland.
Not going anywhere.
Okay.
All right.
Congratulations.
All
Thank you
right.
for making it.
Thank you.
You've been watching Spotlight with Shonda Scott. Today our spotlight was on one of OUSD's legends and alumni, Darrel Carey, who graduated from Castlemont High School in the Oakland Unified School District, where every student